All right, so we're here at La Monferrina, the Italian stallion of all Italian restaurants in Bogota. This place, they've told me so much about it. It's our boy Sebas, Chef Sebas. He's a badass. He makes everything from scratch, all his pastas. Can't wait to eat. Everything is fresh. I've heard so many good things. Let's go and check it out. We're here with Sebastian, Sebas, or in the kitchen they call him El Jefe, you know, at La Monferrina. So this place has been around for ¿cuántos años? Ya
14 años.
14 years this place has been here. They make all their pasta from scratch. It started off as a factory, and I'm so excited. From the time you walk in, they have a window outside making their own pasta, plates coming out, smelling it. I feel like I'm in Little Italy, so I'm really excited. I'm here with Sebas. Sebas, thanks for having me here, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get started? You're Colombian. You lived in Venezuela for a little bit in Mérida, which is a beautiful town, by the way. I've been there. Then you came back, and then how does Italy get inside of you? You know, because you've also traveled around the world. You know, you've traveled in lots of parts of South America. You've worked for Michelin star chefs. So you have a good, you know, you've worked for one of the best chefs up to date here in Colombia, who's opened up the culinary world here in Colombia. So you have a great track record. How does all that end up in pastas?
Todo comienza en el restaurante de un hotel que era de uno de los mejores amigos de mi padre. Y comienza en la cocina. Ahí me enamoro de ese ambiente de la cocina, de trabajar en un restaurante.
Como muchos de nosotros, like a lot of us. Yeah, so he started. I said, how do you get into? So how he got into hospitality is his father is a psychologist, and they hired him for business. So they traveled to Venezuela for business, and then he was looking for something to do, and his dad had a friend in a hotel, and he told me because you wanted to be a bartender, and they didn't have any positions in bartenders, so they put you in the kitchen, and then you ended up loving it in the kitchen.
Sí, la verdad era solo me iba a quedar un día en la cocina,
it was
pero
one day in the kitchen.
Al día siguiente me dijo,
you wanted to do it again.
Yo dije, no, cocina.
Kitchen, okay. So you study physics for 6 months, and then what happens? And then you also you're working in the restaurant.
Volvemos a Bogotá.
Okay, so
a vivir con toda mi familia.
Okay, so you come back to Bogotá.
Tengo la oportunidad de conocer a Harry Sazón, que fue como mi padre en todo ese tema de la cocina.
Yeah, and Harry Sazón, so he came back and he started working with a gentleman, Harry Sazón, who is a legend in this town, and he's kind of the one, I think, one of the pioneers in the culinary world here in Colombia,
en
no?
ese momento era la estrella de la cocina.
He's a legend. He's a legend. He's still today. He's a legend. He's still around. He has some of the best restaurants in Colombia. So he spent 8 months in a stage, and from there he went 6 months working at a bakery shop for Harry Sazón. And then Harry Sazón kind of sat him down and said, "Hey, or you work full time with us, or you go to school, get away, go do your thing." And then he decided, he's like, "Okay, now it's time to go to school." And then you had an opportunity to do it in Argentina. Right?
Y realmente ahí comienza todo esto de la comida italiana.
So you go for a career in the culinary industry, and then you start working in a restaurant, right?
Yes.
What do we expect from La Monferrina? You have like, what's the popular dish? Do people come for something specific? I'm assuming it could be the bolognese.
Sí,
pasta bolognese, or no?
Empezamos a hacer la carbonara tradicional.
Okay.
Y eso, la verdad es que acá conocíamos una falsa carbonara.
Okay.
Y eso se volvió uno de nuestros platos insignias.
Okay.
Es nuestro plato más vendido en el restaurante, la carbonara clásica.
See? So he uses Parmesan cheese for sure, and olive oil for sure, imported straight from Italy, and then all the products. But then he also tries to buy as local as possible, because you also told me earlier that your family comes from farmers. So you have kind of that in your blood as well. That's awesome.
Siento que es la manera en que se completa el círculo, ¿no?
Yeah, complete the circle. He says that's the way you can kind of complete the circle. Awesome. No, man, I'm excited, bro. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be here. I want to try the bolognese. I want to try your bolognese. You spent all as a kid trying the bolognese. I'm excited. So, well, looking forward to it, man. Let's eat. starters. It smells amazing. This whole restaurant, you smell, it does feel like Little Italy. I feel a lot of basil from everywhere. So look how beautiful this is. So this is kind of street food in Napoli. It's a very popular dish from there. What Sebas was telling me. So it's fried dough, so it's fluffy. So he says they fry it and then they bake it. Throw a little cheese on top, Parmesan, got some basil. I see a little sauce in there. And it's kind of like, it's fluffy. So let's kind of cut it in half and kind of see. So it's airy. Oh my God, that looks so good. Oh, that's awesome. So the dough is very airy. I don't know, it almost seems like it's a different dough. Like they incorporate more air into it. But they throw a little cheese inside. Yeah, I can eat these all day. I would prefer this than a pizza. And all I gotta say is freshness, crunchiness. I'm gonna eat this extra piece because this is awesome. Very, very good. It's a cucumber salad. So it's a watermelon. So it's roasted watermelon underneath. It's got some tomatoes. It's got some cucumbers. I think he said this was feta. Similar to feta. And then if you see the black dirt, the black is like olives. So he says he dehydrates it and he makes like a sand of olives, which is super interesting. Wow. I just tried a little bit of that olive oil, like incorporated in the salad. Wow, that's strong. Strong but subtle. Wow, amazing. So I'm eating a tomato. So the watermelon's on the bottom. So I'm gonna eat this one first. I don't particularly like black olives, but I think it's very subtle and it gives a nice hint of a flavor to the whole dish. So he says like a roasted, so it's kind of like a cylinder in the bottom that it kind of just has a salad over it, which I think is phenomenal. I don't know if he maybe cryovacs it with some kind of herbs. Almost smells like oregano or tastes like oregano. It's roasted. It seems like it was warm, like it was heated somehow. Or maybe sous vide. No. Very, very good. Fresh, different. And he says this salad, it's very Italian and you don't typically see it here in Colombia. So it's very, very unique. I think it's phenomenal. Excellent. So excited, it smells so yummy. So this is again their famous pasta. It's one of their signature dishes, pasta carbonara. So this pasta is absolutely, it just looks awesome. You got some fresh cracked pepper on top. They have and then it's usually done with like some kind of bacon. So he uses the jowl, which is cachete here. It looks absolutely amazing, and you cannot have this without pairing it with a beverage. So again, Italian, going with the whole theme. So he has two. He has Negronis, and then this is Americano, which they're very similar. Just one doesn't have gin, and the other one, Americano has a little soda. It was what the bartender saw me. So I'm gonna have a little sip. So you kind of see the pork, a little bit of the fat. Oh man, that looks so yummy. Amazing. Unbelievable. And then the fresh cracked pepper gives it a little bit of the freshness. Awesome. It's a little bit of a heavy dish. I can see I would just eat this and probably be stuffed. It's a decent portion. I think it's a big portion. It's awesome. And this pasta is phenomenal. Phenomenal. think I'm in my like happy mode, my happy moment. This ravioli just looks amazing. And again, it's very little ingredients. I mean, but he just really exhibits the flavor of what pasta should really taste like. And I think a good pasta, you don't have to add much. You know, it's just a little bit of sauce, but the main ingredient doesn't stop being the actual pasta. So I think he does a phenomenal job doing that. So this pasta, he made it a little thicker. So you have some kind of the chewiness or the chewiness of the pasta, which is awesome. I mean, it's not chewy, and then the Parmesan cheese is like just explodes in this. And you can tell it's some really good, high quality stuff. But the sweet potato, well, it's not sweet potato. It's called zapallo. So it's within that family of the pumpkin sweet potato family. The star is definitely the pasta, and it's just very simple. It's simple, but the flavors are all like it's absolutely perfectly balanced, and with a great glass of Italian wine. Okay, so there's a panna cotta, but it's kind of cool because he told me they infuse it with white wine and they also infuse it with basil. So I'm assuming it's gonna have that basil flavor to it, flavor to it. And then they have frutos rojos, which is kind of like a jam of different types of berries, and they put it right on top of the panna cotta. It's kind of cool because panna cotta and like a flan have a different similarity, and it's all about texture. And look how perfect this guy's textures on that panna cotta. It's absolutely perfect, and that's what a true panna cotta should actually look like. I have a little hint of that basil. Those berries is excellent. So guys, here at La Monferrina, this has been a hell of an experience. Thank you, Chef Sebas, for you and your whole team for making this possible. This was such an amazing experience. I really feel like I was in Italy, back with Nona, and that's what it is here in the center of Bogota, in el centro, in La Macarena area. Couldn't have a better experience. You got some wine, you got some Negronis, some Italian cocktails, the best pasta you have in town. This is probably one of my new favorite dishes in the city. So awesome. Can't wait to be back. Thank you for having me, Sebas, you and your whole entire team. The place is beautiful. Till next time, guys.